He was just learning to walk, and I had a walker for him. And it was secondhand, so it didn't have anything for him to put his feet on. They put him on the ground. Well, I missed him, and I could hear that walker squealing. And I went to hunt him, and there he was between them horses' legs, petting it and saying, "Whoa, whoa." And I was thought, how will I get my baby out of there? I just eased up and watched that horse, ready to grab and run, and it didn't move a bit. And I got a hold of the walker and pulled it out and went to the house all shook up. And when I was telling Gaylord about it, he said, well, that horse knew that was a baby. He wouldn't have hurt it for nothing. Yeah. Now, what's another one?
So when you got the flu in 1957.
Oh, okay, yeah. The flu was going around in 1957. David was just a baby, walking good. Very little. Change that. Very little. And we both got sick. All we could do was just lay in bed. And Lonnie was old enough that the store was across the yard, so he'd go over there and buy cans of soup and warm them up and feed the two little ones, and then him and Jimmy would eat.
So he was 7 years old, and he was taking care of his brothers and sisters.
He was taking care of all of us.
Okay.
I don't know what they did while we slept, but evidently it didn't hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what's I? Oh yeah, he would. He watched David because he was still in diapers, and he'd check him, and if he was wet, he'd drag him in there in a diaper, and he'd say, "Mom, his diaper needs to be changed." So I could just, all I could do to raise up and change that diaper, and he'd take him and take off. And I don't know what we'd done if we hadn't had him. Because those neighbors, when you were sick, they didn't come around. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, Iowa and South Missouri, there are two other worlds. And then when you go out to Oregon, that's another world, another habits, mores. And so we finally got over it. And then we decided to come back to Missouri, and I was still weak, and I was trying to pack, and we got packed. By the time we got everything loaded, it was 5 o'clock, and so the neighbors got nice, and she said, come and stay all night with us and then leave. So we did. But as we was going to get in the car, here come another neighbor, and she had a shoebox full of salmon sandwiches.
Salmon sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we neither one of us liked fish.
Uh-huh.
And we didn't know what to do with it, so we went on down. When it come noon, we tried to eat them and couldn't, so we just put them in the trash can and went to the store. I think we might have eat on the easy drive-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we got to the Kansas-Colorado border, he'd say, now watch for a motel. I'd say, okay, there's one coming up. And he'd say, we'll stop at the next one. We never stopped. Just got gas and kept going. We lived in that car. And when we got to Missouri, Sheldon, we stopped at his folks. And we called my folks and told them where we were. And our friends got us a place to live, and it was one that his grandmother had lived in when he was a boy, so he was back home. Okay.